Hey everybody, my name is Alistair. Welcome back to the channel. If you don't know me or you haven't seen any of my videos, I don't have a huge following. I'm just happy to be on these platforms here, sharing how to build cheap dirt bikes, cheap motorcycles, being able to get everybody out there to have some fun. Doesn't take a lot of money to get into this sport, but you know what? I really wanted to talk about something serious. If you would be so kind and bless me with just a little bit of your time here, this isn't going to be a long video by any means. I really want to bring some awareness to something, and unfortunately, it's something that gets overlooked a lot. Either people are on top of it, or like me, you just weren't, or you aren't. I've had type 1 diabetes since I was 9 years old. I'm 33. I'm a little old to be playing with these toys and building them and riding them. But you know what? I'm having a blast here, reliving my childhood, getting to do things that I didn't get to do for a very long time as a kid. But you know, there's been some complications in my life with this chronic disease, and you know, fortunately, it's one of those diseases that it doesn't have to take anything from you. You know, you have to change your life around a little bit. You have to take your medications. But I really think that I got back into wanting to build motorcycles and dirt bikes, throw my leg back over, risk breaking some bones. Thank God I have medical insurance. If you're a little bit older like me and you're going to throw a leg over this, I think it's wise to grab some medical insurance. But anyway, back to the point here. So in 2019, I went almost completely blind. I lost 100% of the vision of my right eye in 24 days, February 3rd to February 27th, 2019. And from there, my left eye started to follow suit pretty quickly. In a couple months, I lost about, I'd say 60 or 70% of my vision in my left eye. I spent a year going through surgeries. They're called vitrectomies. So essentially what they did was they stuck gauges in my eyes, knocked me out, put in little portals, if you will, and basically laser welded my retinas back together. So I did lose my right eye 100%. I see nothing out of that, so depth perception, especially riding these, is a bit of a challenge. The PSA here, if I will, is you really need to take care of yourself. When you have diabetes, I understand it sucks having to lug insulin around with you. Not everybody has insurance, so insulin pumps are not something that's readily available for most people. With the way this economy is going and health insurance, it's just not feasible for the majority of people out there. A lot of people are still on vials of insulin and syringes, which I was blessed to get on Medicare for what I went through. I am considered permanently disabled because of my vision. I don't feel that way. I don't act that way. I will not let that define who I am. But what it breaks down to is there's so much that can go wrong with this disease if you don't take care of yourself. And I didn't take care of myself for the good part of a decade and a half. You know, I only shoved insulin into my stomach, into my body when, you know, I looked at an entire chocolate cake and said, that's mine. And I'm paying the price for that, unfortunately. And the biggest part of this for me is taking ownership that I'm the one that did this. I had doctors that told me what would happen. Granted, nobody said that I was going to go blind. They just said I was going to die. And I didn't care for the longest time. And, you know, I've always had in comparison to other people, a fantastic life, a great childhood. You know, teenage years were tough, but when is it not? And there's so many people out there with diabetes that won't listen to somebody. And I lost my vision and went almost completely blind when I was 29 years old. And that could have changed the rest of my life. God blessed me with the right doctors and surgeons here locally in the White Mountains of Arizona, Show area, for those of you that don't know. where the White Mountains are, and I didn't have to drive to Tucson, Phoenix, Flagstaff, which was huge. You know, I spent a year out of work going through these 7 surgeries, and it just wasn't fun. If you have diabetes, if you know anybody who has diabetes, I really want you to take a look at this video and say, hey, mom, dad, grandpa, grandma, little bro, little sis, I don't care who it is. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you identify as if you have something that's wrong with you, you need to listen to the people that are out there. The people who care about you and love you. I had a very supportive wife through all of this. Lord knows that I put her through a hard time being out of work for a year. And, you know, I feel terrible about that. And I've worked really hard to get to where I am, not just health-wise, but what I have in my life. And what I have in my life is beautiful. I have all of these toys in this garage. If you go back and look at these shorts that I have on YouTube here, and I don't know, unfortunately I won't be able to post this one to TikTok. It's going to be too long, but you know, I have so much in my life that I'm blessed with: family, friends, my wife, my dogs, my cats, one who is awesome at killing mice. I don't know where she is, but she's in here somewhere. Keeps everything away from these beautiful toys that I'm working so hard to fix. But you know, this channel is really about showing people how to get into this sport for a small amount of money. The bike that I'm on right now, just because it's a little bit more comfortable, is a 98 YZ250. This thing cost me $300. It looked like crud. It barely ran, and with some time and effort, and I'm in this bike, $1,300 total, including the cost of the bike itself. It does not take a lot to get into this sport and just to go out and have fun. So if there's somebody in your life that has diabetes and they're not taking care of themselves, you know, if they're lucky, their vision is going to be the first thing to go. They could lose a toe, a foot, a leg. They could lose their life. Please, everybody, take this illness seriously. There's not a lot of programs in a lot of places that teach people about type 1 diabetes and how to truly manage yourself. And then with the food that's out there now, it's so hard. It's so hard. It's all poison for the most part. And it's just difficult to be able to live a healthy life within a reasonable means financially. You know, not everybody has access to farmers markets. Not everybody has access to organic food. And then who knows when organic food is actually organic. But I just wanted to come on here and say thank you to all of you on my channel that have supported me, you know, have given me words of encouragement, have messaged back and forth with me through the comment section, you know, and just watch my videos, even if you never liked them and you just rolled across them and you watched them. Thank you so much. You're all super awesome, and I appreciate every single one of you. And I hope you've had a fantastic year so far. I hope whatever is going on in your life, if it's too much for you to handle right now, I hope that burden gets placed on the shoulders of the person upstairs that can carry that burden for you and help you live your life. God is an amazing person, and God gave me everything I needed to succeed, even after I by myself took away one of the most important things that you can have, which is the gift of sight. Don't take it for granted. Don't take anything on your body for granted. Thank you so much, everybody. I'll see you next time.